Hey everyone, my name is Riley Sissung and I'm clerking for the United States Bankruptcy Court in the Southern District of Texas. Wanted to share with you today some of my experiences in the bankruptcy field, as well as some of the reasons why I decided to enter the bankruptcy field. So first off, I want to start by saying I think you made a great decision in taking Professor Telloyan's bankruptcy course. I took Professor Telloyan's course in the spring of my 1L year, and I would absolutely say it jump-started my interest in bankruptcy, as well as served as a great foundation for my understanding of bankruptcy as a whole. After taking his course, I also took Professor Dan Murray's corporate reorganizations course, and additionally had exposure in law school over the course of my summers. Through work, I was able to work on some bankruptcy cases, so I saw a very practical side to bankruptcy as well. All of that before ultimately deciding to clerk for a bankruptcy judge where I am today. I wanted to talk with you about some of the reasons why I became interested in bankruptcy initially, as well as some of the reasons that keep me engaged today. First, I would say it's the bankruptcy system as a whole. The bankruptcy is a very powerful and unique system. Over the course of the semester, I'm sure you're going to hear the common theme: the fresh start for the honest but unfortunate debtor. There is some truth to that, and it kind of the policy behind it is you get to see the immediacy of your work because it is such a powerful tool that a debtor can enter into, where you can see the impact that it has on your client. So if you have an individual, you can save their home, you can save their house. If you have a company, you can keep them in business. I'm sure you've all seen, companies that you've heard of have undergone a bankruptcy, however, continue to operate today, and that's because of the bankruptcy system. So, we have the statutory based set of laws called the code that you navigate and use as tools to get through the bankruptcy system to make real change on your client. So I think that was having that immediacy and seeing that tangible impact that the system has is very, very interesting to me, and kind of leads me into my next point, is just the complexity of the bankruptcy system. So even I've learned this here in Chambers, that while it is typically the same players within the bankruptcy system, it's rarely the same game. So you're always going to have your debtor, you're going to have your creditors, your trustee. So it's generally, the same players. However, the issues that are coming up within the bankruptcy context are almost never going to be the same. And to highlight that, I had been told while in law school that bankruptcy was one of the last true generalist practices, and I'd say that completely rings true. Um, so I've had the opportunity to write on tax issues, real estate issues, cases that have involved issues with trust and estates, family law. Bankruptcy, the bankruptcy context touches on so many different areas of law that you're going to continue to learn. You're going to continue. It's always engaging. It's easy to say. I'm sure you've heard it a lot that something new comes across my desk every day. However, within the bankruptcy context, I truly believe that I can say that with certainty because it's always engaging. It's always different. Debtors come into bankruptcy at wildly different stages of litigation, um, all different phases, and you get to go from start to finish, see it through, um, and kind of deal with your clients within that process, and it's very very fun and engaging. Um, Next, I want to talk about what kind of initially got me interested in bankruptcy. And from the outset, as a 1L, one thing that I really, really enjoyed about bankruptcy was kind of the blend between being able to deal with very, very high level business concepts in the litigation or adversarial setting. So I feel like merging those two interests into one in the bankruptcy system is very, very interesting to me. So whether it's an individual or a company, if it's an individual, you're dealing with the budgeting of their finances. You're dealing with what investments do they have? How can you put this money together to get them through bankruptcy? If it's a company, there are a lot of moving parts. There are service contracts involved, lots of different moving pieces. So I feel like that again touches on the complexity of bankruptcy, which is one of the reasons why I think a lot of people get involved in or why bankruptcy practitioners like it, which is my last point. And almost unexpected that a lot of the bankruptcy professionals that I've met are very, very passionate about their field. So I'm sure you're going to get this over the course of the semester. Professor Telloyan is very passionate and knowledgeable about the bankruptcy field. And many practitioners who I've encountered, and judges obviously, are very, very interested in bankruptcy and kind of found fell in or got into bankruptcy for a reason. For many of the reasons that I had already noted, but I think it is such an engaging system, and it really does keep you involved. It keeps you on your feet. It's never the same. While at the same time, the bankruptcy code and laws on their own are tough enough, but when they get to interact with that many different areas, it's an interesting dynamic. Um, so with that, I will just good luck the rest of the semester. And if any of you have any further questions or would like to talk about whether it be bankruptcy, job hunt, Notre Dame in general, feel free to contact me. Professor Telloyan has my contact information. I'd be happy if he passed that along, and feel free to reach out. So just want to say thank you.